What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We are in Dirt Rally. We are taking a look at the latest big, huge, first major content update. The Pikes Peak Hillclimb is now out and available if you own the game. It is part of the original game. There's no new extra cost or any part of that involved. Again, this is the early access portion of the game. Things are subject to change as always. But we're going to take a look at it in the background. You're going to watch me run the first climb on Pikes Peak in the Audi Quattro. We'll talk about that here as well. And I'm going to give you a rundown of everything that's in this update 0.4 while we do it. You will get to see all my crashes and mishaps and everything. Again, it was first run, so I had no idea. So this is a world famous Pikes Peak that we've been waiting for. So they built it from the ground up in its full, fat, modern tarmac state. The first time in a video game that this has been put up. And the mixed surface variant we all grew up loving. They've also included a variety of weather conditions and 3 iconic Hillclimb cars to add to your garage. I'm doing this in a custom event because I have to get the credits up to be able to buy these cars. They're a little bit on the pricey side. They're like so 173,000, 225,000, 230,000, I think it was, in terms of credits. So you just run the regular other stuff to get credits pretty quickly, as well as your dailies, of course. You will find that we've rolled Hillclimb into our championship mode. Yes, we saw that. It will crop up from time to time in online events as well, so that's pretty awesome. And you'll be able to select, of course, the custom event, which is what we're running, and this can be added to the leagues. Though not all, they've also made some improvements and additions to the rest of the game. Okay. Some of the AI drivers have got fed up with watching you driving so well, so expect from them to start trying to rival your performance and give you more of a run for your money. A few changes in the UI were labeled the stages in custom events as long and sprint. New players will see this little pop-up on tutorials on first visit to each game mode. Don't worry, they aren't unskippable videos, so you can skip through them. Okay, we've added some new messages in other areas of the game so that knowing what's going on. They've changed how your engineer slots unlocks, so that now you can pop based on distance driven rather than cold in-game cash. So distance driven versus paying for your slots to unlock, which is awesome. If you've already blown a load of cash on those slots, sorry. But that's now how it is. And of course, again, this is early access, so anything can change. Custom events will now use a fully upgraded version of the car rather than the poor man's version. And we've made sure that your favorite livery will be stored for the next event. So when you're running these are the full blown out, fully upgraded cars in custom events, instead of just you having to level them up along the way and get them max, which is awesome. Makes for a big difference too, because I wasn't expecting that with the Audi, and it was so much more different than what it would be, let's say, just a regular non-upgraded version. They've also added some new liveries, including the Rally Sport development wrap for the Fiat 131, the Peugeot Sport livery for the Peugeot 205 T16, and the Phil Collins Rally livery for the Ford Escort MK2. Teams like these were kind enough to give us access to their awesome machines during development. And without these guys, the rest of the rally scene here in the UK Dirt Rally wouldn't be the game it is. On behalf of Codemasters, as I'm just reading it, thank you for your awesome rally, folks, and a huge thank you for playing, of course. Here is the full list of things that has been changed. I'll just quickly go through it. They added over 4,300 meters of rock, otherwise known as Pikes Peak, which is what we're on right now. New or old, depending upon how you look at it. Yes, it's the right. We've also added the mixed surface version of Pikes Peak as well. I saw that during the custom event setup process, so that'll be cool to try that out. New Each route in Pikes Peak is available in a variety of weather conditions. Yes, it is. You can try out different stages and different conditions. Hillclimb car class features the Peugeot 405 T16 Pikes Peak, the Peugeot 205 T16 Pikes Peak, and the Audi Sport Quattro S1 Pikes Peak, which is what I'm running in this video in its full-on glory. The Hillclimb career mode and full support for online events and leagues. They added a few tutorial messages and hints and tips to some menus and loading screens. Some new sent all of the AI drivers back to rally school. Turns out they were struggling to keep up with the community, and so they expect to be a bit more challenging from now on. Your changes in position are now shown on the event and championship standings. Newly added a message to let you know when you've been promoted or regulated in championship mode. New 13 achievements for you to unlock and rub in your friends' faces. Also new, they added the ability to map clutch and gears for the following steering wheels: the Logitech Driving Force EX, Driving Force GT, the Driving Force Pro, the Logitech Momo Racing Wheel, Thrustmaster F430 Force Feedback, the Thrustmaster Ferrari GT Experience Racing Wheel, the Thrustmaster RGT FF Pro, and the Microsoft Wireless Xbox 360 Racing Wheel. Also newly added the analog handbrake support. And then in terms of changes here, while we're still racing up the hill, they've added engineer slots to unlock based off the distance, as I talked about earlier in this video, rather than spending your hard-earned credits, which is nice because dropping in 75,000 credits every time is a killer. They changed when using the wheel. The ragdoll shake effect is now turned off. The custom events now use a full flat versions of the car rather than the poor man's version, as we talked about in the earlier thing. So full fat, so fully set up, maximized to its potential, as I talked about. They improved the Steam error reporting. This won't really change anything for you, but now it will help us, as what they're talking about in the future, in particular when getting the bottom of error 41 issues. Yeah, there was a lot of error 41 issues, and it looks like they've gotten some of that cleared up now. Made it clearer when you can't afford a car, and that is really easy to see now. They've actually put red lines that, it's like marked in red that you can't afford it versus before. Improve the message, which tells you the different game modes. A custom event now tells you the stage is a long or sprint or short version, so long version or short version. Okay. They changed the certain title headers in the league's reward screens to make it clearer where you are finished. And we really haven't explored the leagues thing. I will have to get into that and explore that with you guys in some future videos as well. They changed the weekly event. It's now a 6 stage instead of a 4. So much longer to run, but still so much more fun. And now in terms of fixes, these are all fixes that we're going to talk about. If you're using the H pattern with the clutch setup, the game no longer shifts to neutral when contact with your kit is lost. Turns out sometimes the AI would overshoot the start line. They've added a word with them. They've had a word with them, not added. Wow, I can't speak. Handbraking when using manual clutch is no longer locked all 4 wheels on the Ford Fiesta as it was before. Position indicators will now stop showing the incorrect information. They fixed a weird thing that would sometimes let you have more than one go at an online event, which kind of sucks. It would have been nice to have more than one go on an online event sometimes. If you're screwing up the first time, you'd always want to go back, but you live and learn. They fixed ever been caught in a infinite loop of disconnects and reconnects at the end of a online event? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And they said they finally fixed that. Some car updates. The Fiat 131 Abarth now has historically accurate rear lights. It also now features a Rally Sport development livery that we talked about. The Ford Escort Mark II now features the Phil Collins livery. The Lancia Fulvia HF now features a Lancia livery, and the Peugeot 205 T16 Evo 2 now features the Peugeot Sport livery. And that's basically everything that they've put into this update. They're saying next stop Germany, so the next big update, I believe it will be next month, sometime in June, I guess. Well, it's the end of May, so maybe sometime the end of June, beginning of July is the next expected big thing to come out. So, as always, comments, questions below. I hopefully enjoyed it. I'm sure you got a kick out of some of my major screw-ups. I'm going to hit this one hard, get some good footage maybe out of the different vehicles in terms of play, and we'll have some more stuff for you in the future. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.